Okay, so we commencing 7th of April. It's gonna be a it's not gonna be a traditional week. I think there's gonna be a lot of manual intervention aspects like we've seen in the last few weeks because of the BS that they're doing. You know, WAR, all that crap. So because of that, I think it won't be a normal week. Now, looking at the news calendar here, you have the BOG. That might for forex. This is of course FOMC. That's going to affect everything. The USD, CPI 130, and then the others are not a huge concern. It's just the CPI. I think that's something that I need to keep an eye on. Just looking at the charts real quick. As you can see, last week there was an invalidation. This order block's mean threshold was violated with the body, so that will mark the end of the bullish sentiment that I held on this pair. So now I'm gonna actually be looking at a drawn liquidity that's in discount. So you had a shift here as well, actually, on the not just on the daily, because daily you had multiple 1, 2, 3, 4, right? But on the weekly you've had one, so that's better. That's good. That's what we want to see. Um, I think next up we can see this previous weekly low rated. That's could be a next easy target, and then eventually I want to see this sink into this weekly low and this wick. Basically, the key levels, the four key levels on this wick will be offering some kind of a support basically as it sinks lower into this. So all four of those key levels can act as a draw in themselves. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Counterparty wise, you have the SIBIs here. Not to mention the order blocks that we have been using so far. They can now all be used as an inversion. The properties of those order blocks will now be inverted instead of what the original direction was. I'll keep these Monday fair value gaps first presentations just in case here. So what I'm trying to say is basically the daily order blocks, for example. So for example, this is a bearish order block. Obviously, I'm not saying it's going to go all the way up there. But for example, this bullish order block, that can easily become an inversion order block. It's going to have that inversion property in it. Otherwise, there's not really much here apart from this BISI. That's of course an inversion BISI and this SIBI here. I think they're something I need to keep an eye on going into this. Also, the CEW's consequential encroachments are going to be key as well, something that I need to just keep an eye on, okay? Nasdaq, again, bias is bearish, as everything's basically going to basically pretty much. Okay, I think it's just going to be a case of next discount level, this one and this one, obviously, as you can see here. But if I just go on a weekly chart real quick, you'll see the small inefficiencies busy here as well. That can be something that we can just aim at. For now, I'm just going to I think we'll just put an alert saying that there's a fair value gap. That might be a better way to do it because you still have this previous weekly low, or I guess previous monthly low at this stage. Daily fair value gap. Okay, you do have CPI, so the same rules will apply. Leading up to CPI, which is occurring on Thursday, it's gonna be a case of just counterparty basically. Okay, in this case, premium. We do have a lot of SIBIs in this piece of price action order blocks as well. If you go to daily 4 hour, you can see some SIBIs here as well. There's two 930 gaps that are still pending as well. That might be something we might want to come back to. Daily SIBI here. This can become an inversion for the bearish sentiment to stay in play. I don't want to see a body that closes above the mean threshold of this SIBI, ideally, because this is just way too large. If it recovers all of that, which it can, at least I don't want to see a body close above the mean because that will just invalidate the bias that I have. Plus this volume imbalance, that's including this SIBI, okay? But otherwise, it can be an easy week so long as we do not take out these discount levels before. So if we open on Monday, if we take out these before, then just know it's gonna be not as easy because then it's just gonna do for the rest of the week just counterparty, and then that counterparty will be messy basically. So As long as it doesn't do that and just pulls back into premium, hopefully for the first Monday, Tuesday, I might just have some easy long trades basically. So IRL, internal range premium trades basically. That's just a pullback on the hard time frame. So we'll see what happens. Because obviously I'm at that stage where I can just not jump in. In fact, I'm pretty much content with not doing anything at all, so long as it doesn't meet my rules. My rules are: look, I want to see an obvious strong liquidity first of all that connects me with the hard time frame, be it counterparty or weekly side. Then I want the time elements to show me that that is indeed the case. Okay, because if they don't show me that's indeed the case, then I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines and not engage and be spent financially and mentally. Okay, so I've alhamdulillah mastered that now. So that's a weapon that I have.